Cars hum and rumble through the light-polluted night. Tears fall to the pavement unanswered as dreams die and hopes crash and burn. Abandoned memories become mournful ghosts, psychic impressions that linger in cafes, in alleyways, in cramped apartments, at condemned clubs and run-down bus stops. Nobody listens when they speak amongst themselves. In time, they fade, agglomerate, amalgamate, suffusing the streets of the city with their sorrow. They become as one, these ghosts, and yet still no one listens when they speak for the city itself, and so they stay silent. Except you. You listen. You always make it through yellow lights. You always get hot water for your shower. You turn off your path when a sudden gust of wind gives you the shivers. You feel the pulse, the breath, the hope for something more. They have waited for you. For this. You live in the city, yes. But the city also lives in you.
That was a nice one.
It lives in you.
I like that one.
It lives in me.
I mean, it was nice. It was like meditative, you know?
Yeah.
Who's the three?
A siren, a wedding, a tower.
I was just trying to do the right thing. I'm never getting out of there, though.
Good evening, travelers, and welcome back to the Court of the Jester Princes. I'm your storyteller, Jonas Tintenseher, and we're playing Vampire the Masquerade V5 Midnight Gravity. Joining me tonight, our chronic premonitor, Sky Swanson.
The ribbon-tail Astraphia, a bird, holds the record for the longest tail-to-body ratio in the bird kingdom. Oh, I guess I said bird there. I didn't need to say it the first time. Hey, with its tail being over 3 times its body length at over 3 feet.
Wow.
I was going to say, thank you for the clarification. I wasn't sure if it was a fish.
Could be a bird usurper in the bird kingdom.
Another fun fact about that, the bird has trouble flying because of its stupidly long tail. Just like Reggie.
Because you gotta... Nope.
What?
Our commanding bandit, Seth Coveyou.
Hello, I'm Timothy Foster. I'm a Victorian orphan. Don't upset me. I've got a temper.
Oh, man.
Chaz is back.
Oh, you stole my joke.
Oh, he's gonna rough and tumble us. Oh, man.
Welcome back to the show, Megan.
Our anecdotal vocalist, Rachel Kordell.
I'm Mars, and tonight's song is If Mary Were Here by Harry Chapin.
An anecdote. Jonas, you called it. A clairvoyant.
I love it when we bring in a joke from the sync prompts and no one ever...
It's
just never gonna understand.
That joke just is fine by itself. You didn't have to bring that up.
Our blemished chemist, Casey.
I play Mathias Wilson, and are you thirsting for another Thurston fact?
Oh, and
Oh, here we go.
Please.
Howard Thurston had a magic trick where he would turn a small tree into a woman. He went through many trees over the course of his show, mostly because the woman kept leaving him.
Wow, Jack, I make this dryad my wife.
When's where all his wives came from?
They were all just trees.
God, talk about leafing him.
With friends like trees, who needs women?
Oh, boy.
Oh my god.
Oh, that branched off in an unexpected path.
Oh god, so many splinters.
And our sympathetic medic, Andrew Frost.
We're just gonna leave that joke alone?
My name is Antonio Stregano.
Bark!
Woof.
Stupidest. Oh man, we've reached a new low in RPG.
It got you, though.
It did.
We're idiots.
Fair enough.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Andrew's just done. Okay.
I did. I went woof.
And on to the serious dramatic play.
Last time on Midnight Gravity, I got tears in my eyes. Antonio and Mercury recapped Elliot's intrusion and the resulting memory wipe, leading to a number of revelations. That Reggie has been reporting to Elliot for months. That Mars and her band may belong to a particularly musical bloodline of Kindred.
What?
That Clan Tremere is moving on the Oculus. And that Mathias really does care about his coterie.
Aw.
Aww. The group split up to make their final preparations before returning to the sprawl, with Mathias delivering on his promise to Teddy and Reggie taking a little trip to Volantis Industries to meet with his grandsire. And that is where we will pick up Reggie.
I mean, they are just a little guy and very easy to pick up.
You're being lifted into the air, Reggie. What do you do?
You're falling out of a window, Reggie.
Reggie, why don't you, first of all, roll Resolve plus Auspex for me?
Man, I didn't know I was going first. Now I gotta open up Roll20. We always do this.
I don't know why you just don't have it up before we start recording.
Because I get here like 5 minutes before recording.
That's why you got to do what Casey does and just leave it open.
Downtime. You should have been like Seth and been a clairvoyant and known that you were going to be first.
It's true.
That is true. Seth has been making a lot of called shots today. Okay.
I knew everyone was going to accept the fact that I was a clairvoyant just now.
I had it in this envelope. That was off camera.
Clearly.
All right. What am I rolling again?
Resolve plus Auspex, and you have 1 die because you're high.
All right.
Whoa.
I got an 8.
What the fuck?
Oh, my.
That's a
Wow.
pretty big
Hey.
messy crit.
We're starting strong. Is there any kind of crit other than a messy crit for old Reggie?
Well, you got a normal one last time.
Shut up.
You got the same.
Immediately disprove me.
You got the same roll on 2 sets of, like, with a willpower, but like on 16 dice, Reggie, you've rolled 16 successes. That's pretty impressive.
Why don't we just combine them all together? I got 16 successes for this one.
Reggie, you are flying through the city, and as Ulysses leaps with you through the plate glass window, the shards stick into your undead flesh just painfully enough that you can feel them. And as they dig in and blood starts to seep from your arms, your back, your legs, the glass trembles and shakes before popping out into bloody feathers.
Cool.
If you could go anywhere in Seattle, see anyone or anything, where would you go? You are in control of this vision.
Oh, man. Wow, you really put me first.
Anywhere you want.
God, I'm just sleepy. I guess the Oculus? I want to know its exact location. Or do we already know its exact location?
I mean,
Cannot
we think it
remember.
moves.
You, in fact, know that it has no exact location.
Right
The
on.
Oculus, the door can open anywhere, is what you were told.
Okay, then. So then, yeah, I guess that unless... I mean, you know, Ajax is dead. I don't really got to keep eyes on anybody else. Let's go with that, yeah. I think Reggie thinks of the Oculus, because that is the key now to whatever's going on with the Thin Bloods. And, you know, try to make old new daddy happy.
You soar through the streets of the city, over passing cars, pedestrians, drunk college students, little kids out past their bedtimes, taxis, bicycle couriers, pigeons, and rats in the corners of concrete and glass. You're soaring and floating on the wind. You take a dive into an open manhole where some construction is being done. and fly farther through the sewers, making turns through this tight, sprawling network of tunnels until eventually you end up elsewhere. And you see doors. Dozens of doors, hundreds of doors. And the doors are eyes, and the eyes are doors, and you could fly through any one of them and end up coming out of any other, and you would never find your way to anywhere except exactly where you are going. You soar through one passageway and come over a trio of 3 figures in leather jackets and jeans, stomping through the underground and muttering to themselves. A bald woman, a smaller one with longer black hair to her left, and a gruff-looking man to her right. You hear one of them grumble under their breath. I swear it was this way. It had to be. Or maybe. Fuck. Shit, let's turn back. They turn, and down another passageway. You soar through another door. You see figures you don't even recognize, except glimpses of the vision in Cross's penthouse, working around another one of those doors set in the pedestal, cameras rolling, scientists moving back and forth, taking readings, adjusting instruments, and a cracked voice mutters, "It has to be soon. Those anarchs are going to do something if we don't get to it first. We have to speed up production." You soar through the open door there, pass over a cabin out in the woodlands east of Seattle, where you see Lila and the Sandman huddled around a fireplace, scribbling notes in journals. And you soar back to the crossroads. Those 4 passages, the vision you saw before, the underground cavern, the middle of Pioneer Square, the wintry mountain cabin, and the door. You soar up to it. The white rectangle opens, the blinking colored lights arrive in a crown around it. As you pass through, the light shines brightly across your face, illuminating the you inside of you. You see your shadow is long and winged. And when the light clears, you are in the green room of the Double Tap.
Am I spiritually there or am I physically there?
That's a great question. Why don't you roll composure plus insight to determine your corporeality at the moment?
All right.
Well said.
Well, it's a best show failure for those listening.
Oh, are you still impaired?
No.
Or is that just your roll? Oh, you just don't have composure. That's right. Okay.
I just don't have composure or insight. I rolled 2 dice, 0 success, 1 natural 1.
Incredible.
So a bestial.
So I think you're just not sure. You're coming off this intense vision that was not like overwhelming, but still gave this like otherworldly out of body experience, right? So you're not sure where you are, if this is still part of the vision. You hear there's music in the background that kind of comes to a close. There's a smattering of applause, and you hear footsteps in the hallway behind you.
I think before anything else, Reggie's still foggy, and just under their breath, they mutter out, "Oh, how it feels to steep over the bottomless. Now I have viewed all from the oculus." And Reggie just kind of like whips around. The footsteps, do they sound like someone I know? Because, you know, Reggie has taken extensive notes on everyone's footsteps.
You can roll wits awareness if you want. You got +1 die.
Oh yeah, Reggie knows about feet.
I'll give myself a -3.
You are at -2 dice due to your Malkavian Bane of Delusion, so...
That's a 0.
For all you know, it could be...
Shit, it's Ajax.
Yeah. You hear heavy stomping boots and the jingle of metal.
I think at that point, Reggie was like, "All right, I'll react and I'll hide." And the door just opens.
Oh, the door opens?
Reggie's just standing there.
And you see Mars, Mercury, and Venus coming off a set.
Oh.
Oh, hey, what's up, guys? I was
Reggie.
looking for drugs.
Oh, I don't have any right now, says Venus.
I'm sure there's someone out in the audience.
There's
Oh,
lots
cool.
of people drinking, yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll go hit them up. Hey, see you later.
Okay. Reggie, wait.
Yeah.
Can I talk to you about something real fast?
Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
Mercury and Venus look to you like, do you want us in the room for this?
Well, they aren't supposed to be alone.
They can be together.
Oh, right, yeah, that was just with the dude. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. No, I guess give us some space.
Okay. Good to see you, Reggie, says Mercury.
Reggie high fives them as they walk out.
Venus will give you a high five. Mars, you hear Mercury say under her breath, Reggie cannot hear this, so you know that she is projecting her voice to you specifically with her throne voice. You hear, I think they're going to sign the papers. Mercury and Venus. Venus giggles a little bit as they walk out.
So then, yeah, Reggie, you just see like they leave and Mars just like makes this kind of like this annoyed face and just kind of like brushes it off. Yeah, I gosh, I don't really know how to. I just wanted to talk to you about the stuff with Elliot, and I'm upset. I am, but I know it's not your fault. Look, you kind of became a part of something that was bigger than you realize it was. And what really just makes me sick about it is that he used you to get to me. And it's because you're similar to someone else who I cared for before. And that's why I know it's not your fault.
Yeah, I think Reggie is definitely trying to project sympathy, but they are pretty high right now, so they're just like foot is tapping, and they're just kind of like looking around a little awkwardly, and they kind of rub the back of their head, and they're just like, yeah. I really wish I could say it was all him, but I mean, when you've kind of not had anybody in your life, it's kind of hard to realize. Well, when you not had people who looking out for you, and it's just kind of been only you. You kind of forget that there are other people who are out there for you. I'm saying you a lot, it's like,
no,
once you say
I
it
get
too
it.
often, it just kind of loses its meaning. It's like one of those weird things. But I'm just saying, what I'm just saying right now is that, like, it's just, I did that. He, the vampire magic is weird. I mean, I wasn't in this room like 5 seconds ago. I'm not gonna lie to you. But and he did some of that, but a lot of what he got me to do was, and at this point, Reggie finally like looks you in the eyes, and it's just like that was me. Yeah. Growing up, my family wasn't very big on apologies. So that's why I'm pretty bad at this.
No, I mean, here's the thing is that, yeah, like you took part in it and you did it willingly. And that's part of why I don't feel that it's all you, because he has made me do things that I didn't think I would want to do. But, you have someone that cares for you and looks out for you and does all these nice things and gives you money and care, and you think that that's what you want. So, you'll do anything for it, and you'll do more for that. But that doesn't mean that if all of that was there in the first place, you would have done it. And he targeted you. He found you and targeted you because you're not the first unlawful embrace that I've taken care of. And he used that to get to me. So yeah, you did it. I know that you did things willingly, and that part I understand because I've done things willingly too.
Cool.
So
Reggie Roll resolve plus awareness, please.
I used all my luck on the other ones, so let's see how this goes. Awareness, resolve. Oh, I do get a +1 to this, though.
Yep.
Oh, wait, but the Malkavian thing. Or no, that's...
No, you're a joint -1 on this.
Okay, then. Woohoo! That's a 1.
Success.
One success. Your senses are a little dulled right now, but you do hear that echoing piano melody that you heard at the auction, seeming to emanate from nowhere.
I guess I'm glad you guys aren't throwing me out. I would understand if you did. I'm gonna do better.
Yeah, no, we're all going to do better. I guess the other part of this is that because of, her name was Melody. She was someone who I cared about, and I at times have looked at you like I used to look at her, and I know that you're not looking for a parent relationship, and I wasn't trying to make one of those, but I just feel bad about that, and I kind of want to just start over, and I'm sorry.
Yeah, I ain't Melody.
No, you're not. You're not.
I'm sorry to hear that. That's rough.
I mean, hopefully she's still out there. I just don't know.
Oh,
where.
good. Okay, then. Oh, man. I thought that, like, the implication in the room, you know?
I know you're not her, and I just wanted to start over.
I don't think that we gotta start over, but just, get over a little road bump that is, a shitty person in a car. Well, I guess Timothy did that.
Yeah. I wrote a song for you.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And she goes over to her bag, or one of the many bags around the room, and pulls out an MP3 player. And with
whoa,
shaken
is that
hands.
a Zune?
Actually, yeah, I couldn't get one that was better in quick enough notice.
Nah, man, my dad had one of those.
Well, yeah, it has the song on it. I really kind of, I know there's I know you have the whole thing with, the small feathered creatures, birds.
We can, it's okay. It's all right.
Yeah?
Well, I mean, they're all like, but they're fine now.
Okay, yeah. Well, I couldn't really think of a better title, but it's called Flock. And she hands the MP3 player to you.
Yeah, Reggie takes it. I think Azune needs headphones, if I'm remembering correctly.
Yeah, right, sorry. And she goes over and grabs the headphones that she forgot to take out of her bag and gives them
wired, old school.
Like I said, there wasn't a lot of time.
Reggie plugs it in, takes a listen.
Yeah, you
Great.
listen to this song about, having people with you, birds of a feather flock together, which is a little difficult for you right now because your reality is sort of crumbling in on itself. And it is a good song. Mars is an excellent performer, but as you're listening, the world around you is shifting and fading, and you're kind of seeing these two realities imposed on each other, one of the room you're in right now, and one again of the vision you had at the top of Crosstech Tower, a crowd of people looking on with the sword hanging over your head, just kind of trying to focus and figure out where you actually are right now.
Cast yourself in isolation, doubt before you trust. If birds of feather flock together, what does that make us? Enemies in common, we're the victims of deceit. So lose confusion, cause commotion, join along with me.
Let me go see if I can find someone on drugs. I'll help you out. Cool.
Yeah, I think
I saw someone who was like coked out. Is that your thing, or like what?
Reggie is like full in the music right now and is just like vibing out, like just is not in the room anymore. And you would just see her head whip around towards you, and they would say something along the lines of, is it not destiny when it all rests on melody? And then they just like keep going back to the dancing and just not acknowledging until the song is over and reality settles down a little bit more.
She just kind of is taken aback by that and it's like, yeah, I'll go get that for you. And then just like leaves.
A good night it will be. We're in good company. Mischief that we muster will take flight. Descent upon the town. We wear our cluster crown. Our exaltation is our murder.
All right. Antonio and Timothy. I believe you guys wanted to visit Megara's daughter. Is that correct?
Yeah, definitely.
No, we wanted to go to the marina
Okay.
to see a boat.
Are we making a pit stop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is named.
Oh, yeah. I don't want to see someone's daughter. I want to go see a boat. It's what I was trying to say.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you said arena, like it's like a
I
gladiatorial.
heard
one?
arena too.
Oh, no,
like a
arena.
coliseum of sorts.
What are you talking about?
Whoosh. But yes, I would like to go to the marina of Elliott Bay and hop aboard.
How do you make contact with the ship? Because you don't have anyone's number on it.
Yet.
I think drive up. You said it just kind of like circles around, right?
No, it just stays anchored like a couple hundred
Oh, it
feet
does?
out. Probably breaking some kind of law, but, you know, Kindred.
You could zone it as a houseboat.
Then as I pull up, I'll flash my brights at it a couple times,
Oh, okay. Okay.
and I'll see if there's any movement on the boat from that.
Why don't you roll Composure plus Oblivion?
Oof. We can willpower it.
Why is everybody so hungry?
I got willpower to spare. It's fine.
Why is everyone so hungry? What did we do last time?
A lot.
A lot of blood surges,
lot.
probably.
Yeah.
I don't do those. They're not worth it.
Oh, I get 2 more successes.
2 successes,
3 successes.
3 successes, 3 successes. You guys are waiting there for like 20 minutes or so before you see the ship pull in its anchor and start to come to dock. They put out a gangplank. Actually, before they put out a gangplank, you see Luvinia comes to the rail, and she says, "Mr. Stregano, Mr. Foster, is it?
It's Timothy.
Timothy. Did you fall out of the sky again, Timothy?"
Got him.
Got him.
Got it.
I go back in my van and cry.
She's genuinely asking. She's like,
No.
no. So this is a business visit then?
I look at Antonio. Yes?
It would be. I have information on Cross.
Yes.
Very well. Come aboard. Gangplank is rolled out. You guys come aboard. Luvinia leads you past the chairs on the deck down the stairs into the ship itself. It's a very, very nice, well-kept luxury yacht. Not huge, but decent size and just absolutely decked out on the interior. Very regal, sort of European fashion stylings. Little gold skulls kind of pinned up on the walls and holding curtains and things like that. The carpeting is this deep, deep red, just somewhere between wine and blood colored.
Goth deco.
Goth deco, very goth deco.
Except for the galley, which is cottage metalcore.
And you see as well, a lot of the decorations in general are triplicated. So
There are 3 of them.
There will be 3, like there's 3 skulls pinning the curtain, and there's kind of a trinary pattern on the carpet. And as you guys are walking through, you pass by like a fellow in like a tuxedo, like a butler of some kind. But on a second glance, like you do a double take and you see that is a walking corpse. That is a whole ass zombie butler. Very well preserved, very well tended, very well kept, but definitely a dead man.
Because he's got zipper scars?
Just looks a little bit like, the skin is kind of dried and tightened, contracted close to the bone. There's no light in the eyes. And Luvinia leads you into a little like tea room basically and sits you both down. She's like, hungry?
Yeah, I could actually eat. It's been a couple days.
Timothy?
Sure.
Your preference?
What does she mean, preference?
Warm, cold. I mean, there's a lot of preferences you can have. Resonance.
Oh. Warm.
She lifts her head, and a few minutes later, a ghoul comes in the room. A young woman with curly black hair, wearing a suit. She presents her wrist for you to feed on, silently. And she is accompanied by another zombie butler who has basically a little refrigerated thermos, essentially, of blood for you, Antonio.
Thank you.
So you may both slake 2 hunger.
Oh. Okay, thank you.
I mean, you can choose not to, but she will just stand there with her wrist out until you dismiss her.
Oh, yeah, no, I get it. It's just the whole thing is strange to me.
Oh, very, yeah.
Yeah.
So you may slake 2 hunger to a minimum of 1. She kind of like stiffens as you bite, and then the soothing nature of the kiss takes over. Lick her wrist closed, and she bows her head, leaves with the butler. Antonio, please roll to resist frenzy as you are at hunger 4.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh, Antonio, not on the carpet.
Okay. 3 successes.
It is a difficulty 3, we have learned. So, Luvinia looks at both of you and says, "So, cross." And as she speaks, the beast rises within both of you and then is sated by your recent feeding. What do you know? What are you willing to share?
First, I must thank you for the boon that you had sent my way. The skull proved very useful.
Thought it would.
If I may ask, how does it work exactly?
Well, I can't tell you exactly. It was among the items at that auction we attended. And if you take a look at it, you might notice it is a fetter, but not one chained to any particular wraith. It is a beacon, perhaps, an anchor. It remembers what others forget.
Very interesting.
Any more detail I hoped you would provide.
I can certainly find out. Thank you. As for Cross, it seems that Cross was trying to build his own midnight door. Judging by other information gathered, likely with the help of Victor Goga and the other Tremere.
Yes, the Tremere. Very well. But they did not succeed.
No. It seems there's some kind of sabotage.
Roll wits awareness, wits insight, both of you.
Ooh. Can I use empathy?
Yeah, I think you could use empathy here.
Hell fucking yeah.
Only a 2 for me.
2 successes.
Also 2. You have 3 you could re-roll for a point of willpower.
Okay.
You don't have to.
All right.
You don't have to sound so exasperated.
Woo!
It's fine.
Wow, there you go.
It's
5
fine.
successes.
So,
There you go.
Is it even worth it?
Yeah.
Antonio, you're watching her, you're just like, she definitely knows something about that already, but maybe, there's no telling what that is. On 5 successes, Timothy, actually, let me roll for her. Okay. Yeah, that's a terrible roll for her. So on 5 successes, you're like, oh, she knows. Oh, she knows for sure. Like there is this almost imperceptible twitch of her mouth, a slight squinting of her eyes that you're like, oh, that was not a surprise to her.
Hey, wait a minute. What was that?
What are you talking about?
No, she knows something.
Of course I know something. I know a great many things.
Well, I know you also have information. It was mentioned at the Elysium you did.
We offered services to analyze the prince's death. Wanted to go in there ourselves, but the Primogen wouldn't allow it. Understandable after all. That's how you got in there. After some protracted negotiations. Timothy, is it?
Yeah.
Whatever you think I know this. I have no interest in you, or even Mr. Stregano, or your little coterie. My aims are larger than any one kindred. So I would not go throwing around accusations and make an enemy of one who could be an ally.
I think we have completely different definitions of the word ally.
That may be so. Is that all the business you came to attend to? I shall strike one favor from your ode record, Mr. Stregano.
Lavinia,
Hold on. Now that I'm about to say this, maybe I'm thinking maybe I wouldn't say this.
What, you want to float? You want?
Maybe Timothy would
Just,
say
you
it.
want- float it?
Just
Yeah.
stay over there. Me and Andrew are gonna consort over here. Hey, Andrew, when did you want to float?
No, I think
You can tell me.
after heavy consideration,
I'm your pal.
I appreciate that, Seth. Love you, buddy.
Lavinia, how is my mother involved?
Okay, so I did tell Jonas to take their headphones off so they don't know.
I was gonna say Jonas is not wearing their
We
headphones.
were gonna do it aside, but you.
What's up?
Lavinia, how is my mother involved?
Oh, shit. Roll charisma persuasion.
Andrew, I told you it was a bad idea. Come on.
Are you sure?
Come on.
Are you sure?
I will give you... Roll charisma persuasion, and you may add your dots in oblivion as bonus dice.
Thank God.
Son of a bitch, our
Oh
lead's
my
blown.
God.
It's all downhill. Oh God.
Oof.
Okay, 2 successes.
Hey, that's not bad.
I'll use a willpower to try to bring that up a bit.
Well,
All right, 2 successes.
Should I use one more? I got plenty.
one more time.
This is probably all you're doing tonight, so...
Yeah, why not? There we go.
That's a crit on it.
Woo, love the crit.
It pays off dividends, baby.
6 successes.
Mr. Stregano, do you want your friend to hear this?
Timothy, I appreciate you for joining me tonight, but I believe I have things to discuss regarding the clan.
Hey, Andrew, can I pull you aside for another second? Dude, what the fuck? I just said we were best pals.
I know, buddy. But trust me.
Fine. Okay, aside over. Timothy gets up and walks away.
You are shown into another room. The ghoul from before leads you to just a different lounge where there's a TV and some books to read.
I point at her other arm and say, "Can I try the other vintage?" It's a joke.
Huh.
Okay.
Kindred humor.
The Mariner's on.
Sorry, I'm not used to... I work on a ship full of dead people. It's not... Humor's not really their thing.
Incredible. You get Comedy Central?
It puts on the... I don't know any Comedy Central shows. Whatever...
Jeff Dunham.
Whatever... No,
Touch
no,
point oh.
fuck that. Whatever roast is happening at in April of 2027.
The roast of Schmelglor.
The roast of Oink McSploink.
They get a name for themselves.
Famous.
That vampire's showing up on camera?
Ooh.
Oh, he's a Bruja.
Actually, I'm gonna say a good 5 seconds after Timothy exits the room, Antonio says,
Did she change the runes?
The truthful answer, Mr. Stregano, is I don't know. Your mother was in a unique position of being local to Seattle, aware of its politics and local kindred, but not particularly involved with any of them. Unlike your grandsire, who is certainly much more powerful, but not nearly as interested in the progress of the clan, Rosalina sees a better future for the Hecata. The promise is ending next year, and those of us aboard this ship aim to be ahead of it. So whether or not your mother assassinated Prince Cross, I cannot tell you. You'll have to ask her yourself. What I can tell you is that we were planning to. But I'm not sure that we got there first.
And what future does that entail?
A peaceful one. A war would benefit no one, but that doesn't mean it won't come. It wasn't our only course of action. It was just something on the list of options. We hadn't yet made our decision when we heard the news.
I understand.
That's why we were so eager to get in there ourselves and see what had happened. Rosalina was our envoy, a bridge between the clan and the Camarilla, at least in the city. What she chose to do with that position is up to her.
Lavinia, I have no alliance to the Camarilla. I simply live under their rule. What is your plan?
The plan is to survive. The Camarilla are old and the tower crumbles. Clan Hecata is new, is strong, and we are not being called to some ancient war of elders across the globe. So when the last of the Camarilla leave for the Beckoning, we will be there to take what remains. That requires that certain weeds be cut before the new garden can grow.
And what of the Duskborn?
What of them?
How does the Hecata feel?
The Clan of Rebirth has some interest in their machinations. But I do not speak for the whole clan, Mr. Stregano, only those of us aboard Megara's daughter, and our sponsor.
If things do turn towards war, it is in my opinion you should reach out to their leadership. They're able to do things with the Vitae that I've never seen, and likely can't be replicated, unless thoroughly worked with.
I suppose we will take that into consideration.
I assume you're here for the Oculus as well.
Oh, that's not why we came, but it is why we've stayed around.
The reason for coming being Cross specifically?
A possibility, yes. Negotiations first.
I see.
Seattle is the last Camarilla stronghold on the west coast. One way or another it had to be dealt with.
So what is your plan?
With,
The upcoming princedom?
if it's someone who we can talk to, we will talk.
Okay. I see. Is there anything else you'd like to know, now that Timothy isn't here?
When you do find the Oculus, leave a mark.
Can I make a quick occult check for that?
Sure.
Or- On that intelligence based, right?
Yeah, intelligence occult.
Aye, 3.
3. She's either telling you to leave a mark on the Oculus and hurt it, or like make yourself, known, or leave a mark for them to follow, which you could take literally with, you could literally make a mark wherever you are, or you could try and do something spooky about it, like bind a ghost to the area as a little signpost.
Okay.
I'll consider it a step toward a boon repaid.
I'll see what can be done.
Thank you for visiting, Mr. Stregano. I believe your mother will be in touch.
Thank you for seeing me. It's good to see you again, and again, thank you for the help.
She bows her head, gets up, and she'll walk you out. And when you go to fetch Timothy, you find him and the ghoul laughing on a couch together.
Wanda Sykes is incredible!
Oh my god. Isn't she just amazing?
Oh my god! She's fucking killing it!
Is that Oink McSplink?
I didn't know that Ian McKellen could do comedy like that, but he was,
Oh my god.
Well, he's been around since the Renaissance. Anyway,
I think Joaquin Phoenix is really deranged, though. Like, I've seen some shit, and he upsets me.
yeah. Yeah. The ghoul when Lavinia shows her, she's like, oh my god, excuse me. And Lavinia's like, dismissed. The ghoul quickly bows her head and skitters out. Okay. Mathias and Mars, you both had some research to do,
Yes.
and there was a conversation to be had about whether or not that is happening together.
Well, I suppose it's. I don't know. Do I send you a text? How does that go?
I do have a phone. I'm not Reggie.
I know. I'm just how would I? So basically, here's my thing, right? So I'm like changelings. They are fairies, fae.
Yeah.
magical. So now I know Antonio does like spooky stuff too, but you do magic, and I know you research magic. So yeah, I guess maybe you get a call.
Okay.
Hey, Mathias.
Mars.
So you have been researching magic for a long time, right?
You could say that, yeah.
So have you come across like a book or anything that might like talk about changelings perhaps? I mean, like I could go to like the library or something, but I don't know. I just feel like maybe it'd be a better resource for something like that.
Most of the things that I've been tending to look into have not been of the whimsical, but I could look into it, see if I can find anything specifically for you.
Cool. That would just be helpful. I mean, I can hunt around myself. But yeah, I guess if you find anything interesting, let me know. Maybe I'll swing by and we can talk about it.
Sure, yeah. I don't do a lot of my research at my apartment, so just shoot me a text and tell me where you want to meet to go over everything.
Oh, where do you research things?
I have a library card.
Yeah.
I have a private library elsewhere. It's not... It'll break my lease to have beakers and Bunsen burners and such to do my alchemy, so...
Wait, it'll break your lease to... Wait, have someone come over?
No. I mean, I'm just saying, like, if I have a couple of Bunsen burners going, and quite frankly, the electricity bill would get a little bit through the roof with how much refrigeration I sometimes need. So yeah, I don't do that at home.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Can I come by there?
What, my apartment?
No, the other place.
Just Mathias try to divert away every single time. just love it.
Mars, get out of my laboratory!
I guess just like if we're looking into some like stuff, I just don't know if a public place would be the best place to be doing that or talking about it, you know?
Well, most of the public places aren't going to have the books we need either.
I guess.
Yeah.
I won't stick around long. I just want to make sure that I know as much as I can before we actually do anything. You know, I'm just a little nervous.
Okay. 2 things.
Sure.
1, where are you right now? 3 things, I guess.
Is this a different day, or is this the same day, or?
Time is nebulous in downtime. This is a different day, a different night.
Wonderful. I'm in my apartment in Pike Place.
Okay. 2, I need to know that you're not going to tell anybody what you see.
Sure.
And 3, I'm gonna send someone to you with the address.
Okay, sure.
Ooh.
Sounds good.
Man, that's a lot of Shrek merchandise.
You said you wouldn't tell anybody.
I don't only watch the news. I watch the news and Shrek.
Man, what a layered character Mathias
That kid on the
is.
steps said that I need to watch this one movie. I've watched it 60 times
Hey,
now.
Mr. Williams, you got $45 for a ticket. They're playing a rerun of Shrek at the theater, so
They are.
$5.
yeah. ticket prices jumped way up.
No.
Dollars.
Oh, God.
Donkey.
Okay, who arrives at Mars's apartment to give us the address?
So the person who shows up is this probably 60-year-old woman with like the blue hair. She's wearing like this shirt and a long skirt, relatively modest overall. And she says, Am I going to play this woman too, I guess? No.
Unless you're going to tell Jonas what to say.
She is basically, she is a part of my herd and one of the magicians at the...
Gotcha. Okay. I was Mathias, you were springing a whole new character on me, and I was like, what's going on? Oh no, did I forget something?
No. She's
Come on, Jonas.
Don't go
Get
on
the
board.
character out. Let's go.
Her name is... Oh man, I'm trying to think of a good last name.
Janice.
No, I was thinking Peggy.
Peggy.
Peggy Thatcher.
What's
Thatcher.
Pegula.
No, it's not. No, that was Peggy is a nickname for Margaret. We're not doing Margaret Thatcher.
Oh.
What's her nationality?
Peggy Martinez.
Sure.
There we go.
All right, Peggy Martinez.
Hello, Maz. I hate the working class. Anyway, a message from Mathias.
Time to bust some unions.
A 60-year-old woman with blue hair named Peggy Martinez shows up at your door wearing a blouse and a skirt, you said?
Yeah, like a very modest like outfit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And she Hi, I'm Peggy Martinez. No. Sorry.
Old lady voice. Ready, go.
She's not that old. It's like,
Margaret Thatcher, she'd be
Got
really
blue
old at
hair.
this point.
are you Miss Morgan? Morgan?
Yes. Yes,
Hi.
that's me.
Mr. Williams said that he needed someone to run an invite to a new club member. So here you go. And she hands you an envelope,
Oh,
like a slightly pink red envelope.
cool. Thank you.
Yep.
I appreciate it. And I guess I take that address and I go.
Mm-hmm. She just watches you leave, walk right past her without saying anything else.
You leave the door open, she wanders in.
Yeah,
I say thank you.
You're gonna get back home later, and Peggy's gonna have a rockin' time with Mercury and Venus. They're gonna be partying, dancing. It's gonna be great.
They've had stranger experiences, and I've heard of them having stranger experiences, so I'm not surprised by that.
Stranger things, you don't say? Anyway.
I've seen Stranger Things.
Yeah, you are brought down
You watched that, Mathias?
Huh?
You watched Stranger Things?
No, I've just seen Stranger Things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The news, Shrek, but not Stranger Things.
Stranger Than Fiction? Yes, actually. Big Will Ferrell fan.
So yeah, you go down to you head down to Beacon Hill and come upon this old, a dilapidated marquee, boarded up doors, this old theater that the letters on the front, some of them fallen off. It just says the Prop Theater, but the faded dust and sunlight spell out the remaining letters, Prophecy.
Thought maybe it would be like a little bit more put together, but that's fine.
You go inside this big theater, reminds you of some of your previous band incarnations where you had shows like this, shows in places like this. And Mathias, are you waiting for Mars? Are you in your library? Are you studying?
He is probably waiting for Mars at the ticket booth area.
Okay, so you're inside, not in the auditorium yet.
Yes.
So you see
Cool.
Mathias there.
Mathias,
Hey, Mars.
cool place.
Yeah, thanks. So you are the first non-thin blood kindred to kind of see all of this. So just bear that in mind.
Yeah, no, like I said, I don't need to stay long. I just...
Yeah, right. Let's just get started then. And he starts making his way through the theater, going to backstage, and then heading down the stairs to the green rooms. You can see that there are several different dressing rooms in the area, all with the doors closed. And he goes to open one of them, where you enter into a makeshift library. There are several different bookshelves that kind of line the walls. You can see that there is a small desk setup that does have a small alchemy supply set there, but you get the sense that that's probably not his main one, as well as a few notebooks where he's been kind of making notes of his own on all of the research that he's been doing.
Wow. This is really cool.
Yeah, it's I guess it's a combination of my life and unlife's work. It's a
Really?
whole. Well, yeah. I mean, the life books were not about actual magic. Those were more about tricks and things. But I don't know. I felt the need to hold on to them, I guess.
Yeah. No, this place is really familiar. Maybe I've been here before?
In the dressing room?
No, like just in this theater.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Back in its heyday, it was the place for anyone performing. I wouldn't be surprised if you performed here. Although, I don't know if...
No, I don't. I've never performed here. No, like I came here.
Oh, there was all kind of great stage shows.
Is this where I saw the magician?
I think Mathias, like, his eyes kind of go a little bit quizzical, and then, like, I mean, maybe. I performed here once or twice in the, like, the 40s, early 50s.
Huh. In the early 50s?
Yeah. I mean, that was right around when I got embraced, so.
There's no way.
What?
Are you who I brought Nancy to see?
I think he's getting a little uncomfortable at this and says, I mean, if I was, then I feel like you would know it. We were the only show with a black assistant at the time.
Oh my god! Yes! That was you?
I guess. I don't know what.
I'm sorry. That's just blowing my mind. Wow.
What do you remember from it? Like he's getting a little nervous that she was at a particular show.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, there's this bird.
Well, I mean, what do I remember from it? I mean, again, it's really fuzzy because it was a long time ago, and I was mostly concerned about my daughter, but just yeah, no, it was a great show. I mean,
You see me turn that tree into a woman?
Nice. Good callback.
Confirmation! Oh my god!
Oh no!
Guys,
think
is
so,
Howard
yeah.
Thurston.
Mathias
I'm
is
waiting
canceled.
for that reveal. That's been my theory from day one.
Yeah, no, something like that. I mean, there was something with a bird at one point, but
Yeah.
But not anything. Like it was a cool trick. I mean, again, my daughter was really excited about it, but no, it was just she loved you. She loved your show.
Yeah. Sometimes I wish I could put it back up, but
I know.
I feel like even if the Camarilla did allow it, it wouldn't be what it once was, you know? Magic is not really people's go-to form of entertainment. They don't really have the attention span for it for the most part. I don't know if you even look at any magic content out there now, but like it's all 10-second okay-sos.
Yeah, it's all kind of like revealing the magic. Yeah,
It's not even about that. It's
well,
just
some of them is.
magic should be about the experience of viewing it, of the wonderment, and of the getting lost in it. And it's just when the content gets reduced to a 10-second video, it doesn't pull you anywhere. It just leaves you where you were, moving on to the next video. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get that in a different way. Right now, like our music is condensed to like 10-second clips that these kids like dance to, but like it's you're kind of missing the whole song.
You kind of miss the whole point.
Yeah.
Of the experience of the album, of the show, if you're only seeing one small portion of it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, this is cool.
Mars,
Uh-huh.
roll to resist frenzy for me, please.
Sure thing!
Oh, God.
Oh, Zoinks.
You destroy any of my books, I swear to God, I'm never inviting you back.
Oh no!
I will aim carefully.
Not my books. Not my vinyl.
Not my Shrek!
How about a double crit?
8 successes.
Whoa.
Wow.
Who are you,
Rachel,
Antonio?
that's not canon.
What?
That's out of character for you. That's not true.
Roll again.
What?
I can roll again. I will
that's
take
actually
that,
no. That's
and I will
beautiful.
put it someplace
10?
else.
That's so beautiful.
That's nuts.
Yep, on 6 dice, 4 10s and nothing else.
I want that
That's
on
incredible.
a damage roll. Like, what?
Me too.
Mars, as you and Mathias are talking, when you turn your head to look back around at the theater around you, you see it as it was. You are transported back to that night when you brought Nancy to see
The marvelous Mathias Wilson.
and the roar of the crowd, the bright lights on the stage, and it is almost like a watercolor painting around you as these memories are sort of sliding in and out. But for the first time ever, you don't get lost in them. In this moment, in this connection between these two performers who have lost everything but different everythings, you are simultaneously in both worlds, like Reggie was earlier. You are here in the dilapidated prop with Mathias, and you are there in its heyday, watching him perform again.
Wow.
Yeah, small world, I guess.
And then, Mathias, you see Mars open her mouth and scream at the top of her lungs.
What?
And so closes another chapter of Midnight Gravity.
Oh, come on now.
Ooh.
We didn't even read a book.
Holy moly.
Wow, that was tepid. Okay.
I don't know what to say.
Sorry, I
What
was
do I say
trying
to
to
that?
read and you
Because
interrupted me.
part of me was like, was it actual scream or?
I didn't get to finish the book.
Sorry, Seth. Go back to your book. You could go back to. What are you reading, Seth? What are you reading?
I'm reading Dunk.
Oh, okay.
Nope.
I thought that was going to be like a segue into plugging, but
No.
No, I don't plug anything.
The Plug Master does. Hey, Plug Master.
Yes!
It's crazy how he pops out of that hatch on the ground when we call his
that
name.
was that was. Oh my god.
First to plug Jonas.
the indie game developer team that I'm on just released our newest game for the GDTV24 Game Jam this year, for which I did the bulk of the game design and the narrative and stuff. Friend of the show, Chris Dane, does the voiceover. It's called Anomalous Intake. It's like Papers, Please or Home Safety Hotline, but it's the SCP Foundation or Control. It's free on itch.io if you go to team-elseware.itch.io. It's right up at the top. Give it a try. Leave us a rating and a comment. It would really help us out. And I really genuinely want to know what you think, because we maybe kind of could do a full version someday. So check it out and leave us some feedback. We'd really appreciate it. Thank you.
Efficient. Casey.
You can go ahead and check me out on Instagram and TikTok over at Casey_Reardon. I do voice acting stuff on TikTok, and then I have some posts about projects that I'm doing. Ava and Eli has actually gotten its first nomination for Best Actor and Director Awards in one of the festivals that we submitted to. So
Wow.
Hey!
more news to come.
That's awesome,
Hell
man.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, I just got that today.
Wonderful news, my boy.
Oh, thank you.
Rachel.
Yes, you can go ahead and check me out on Instagram at Rachel Kordell, on Twitch at Majora's Rose. You can listen to tonight's song, which at this point is a full story. I guess.
Are we at the full story at this point?
Well, not the
Oh,
full.
not
No,
the
not
full- we're not at
the
the
full
full
story.
story.
That's what I was wondering.
A
Okay.
full story.
Oh.
But interesting nonetheless. So definitely go ahead and check that out. And while you're over on, if you're listening on the YouTube, go ahead and subscribe. Or if you're over on the Spotify, just go over to RP Jesters and drop a little 5 stars for us. That'd be really nice. Thanks.
Very good. Andrew.
Oh, here I go. I'll do my best. You like this podcast? You like listening to our dulcet tones? As I say every episode, we have a YouTube channel. We have a TikTok channel. If you follow us on Instagram, you can see us there too. You can see the chefs in the kitchen putting those spices in and making that sauce.
Just because you work in the food industry does not mean that you have to make everything food related.
You don't have to make everything food.
It sure does. Sky.
Yeah, I mean, I work in social media, and I have to tell everybody every episode, go give us 5 stars on all those social media related review websites, please. It's
You
my
gave
job
yourself
in the
that job,
daytime.
to be
It's my
fair.
job in the nighttime. It's a curse. Just like how vampires can't say good morning.
Good
Good night.
Boy.
Sleep tight. Don't let the kindred take a nibble. Slurp, slurp.